Yisi, what kind of mystery in the art can you tell me?
Obviously, I'm not going to tell you anything about my galleries.
Okay, so, well, let's pick a public one. Let's say Tate.
Actually, Tate is very notorious when it comes to acquisition of collection in the 20th century. They are rather a dinosaur in the art world, okay? For example, they actually missed the collection of Peggy Guggenheim. We all know that at the moment at Venice, Peggy Guggenheim's museum has 364 masterpieces. So when Peggy wanted to offer it to Tate in the 40s, Tate actually denied it. Like over the years, at the end, it ended up not at Tate. It's rather sad. But I think it has to do with also the structure of Tate as a gallery at that time versus now. The reason why I'm saying is that I think now Tate has become much more progressive.
That's so confusing. I mean, I hope they are not regretting it now. That's all I can say.
I would have been killing myself if I were the acquisition committee by then.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah. Sissi,
yeah,
you are from the contemporary art scene.
Yeah,
but I heard, well, I know that your family is from the Red period.
Red period. I'm sure your family wore in Red period too. You can't escape from that. So my grandfather is a sculptor, and his artwork has been promoted by the country as the propaganda art category. Well, I mean, propaganda art literally means 1949 to 1976, but my grandfather was born in 1925. Lived through all these periods, well, when only one part of it were the propaganda period. So would you say that as propaganda art? I don't know.
Let me ask it in a different way. If he was not doing propaganda art, what do you think he was doing?
He was an artist that was doing artwork that reflect the time that he lived in.
For example, like, have you heard about anything from him? What was his subject matter if you don't think it's propaganda?
Yeah, well, like, the reason why he started making sculpture was that he had a girlfriend in Macau that he couldn't see her for 5 years. So he thought that he could maybe make a sculpture of her so that he could look at her every day. So he wasn't thinking about Mao.
1 second, so that's forbidden love.
So yeah, like, I don't see how people call that propaganda. It would be, I guess everybody wants to promote dreaming of growing your bedroom, but because he lived through that period and his work was very much reflecting on the history of that period, and because he lived in China the whole life, you gotta remember a lot of the artists, they went overseas. And he was one of those artists that he lived in China his whole life, and that's only one way. It's either you're propaganda or you're out. So he was labeled as propaganda artist, which is fair enough. I think, you know, his artwork in a certain degree reflected on that spirit, because, you know, you can't deny that he lived through that period. And let's put it this way, if the artist didn't make those work under any kind of mission, why would you call that propaganda? He was doing that, for example, his girlfriend, for himself, not for the country. So I guess at the end of the day, public interpretation of an artwork is usually not what the artist intended it to be. So that's a very interesting topic to explore at some other point.
Okay, wait for it. I wait for it.
Yeah.